Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Shilpa Data Insight. Thank you so much for watching the complete playlist for SQL and PySpark. I'm adding one more video in the PySpark and SQL playlist. So today's video will be on a SQL question that is asked in Tiger Analytics. It is actually a very famous question because it has the basic concepts that you really need to master in order to gain knowledge in SQL. This is not only asked in Tiger Analytics, it could be in any service-based company that this question can be asked. So I will recommend you definitely to watch this video till the end and practice it by your own. If you are following any other approach than the one that is showed in the video, do put it in the comment section as well. And if you have any questions, you can put that in the comments as well. If you want to connect with me directly one-on-one, then I do offer a mentorship for one-on-one mentorship. Basically, that is in collaboration with TopMate. So do check out my TopMate link, and if you can connect and you can ask any question related to any field in IT, and if you have any problem, then we can sit together and try to solve it out. So let's get started with today's question, which is related to SQL. If you have not watched the complete playlist of SQL, I will definitely recommend you guys to go ahead, watch the complete playlist, and also practice it by your own so that it will really help you in becoming an expert in SQL. So today's question, let's get started. Okay, so let's read the question very carefully before attempting it. So this question is asked in Tiger Analytics, and the question says, write a SQL query to find the question ID with the highest answer rate from the survey log table. So what does this question says? You have a survey log table and you have to find the question ID which is having the highest answer rate. So let's see what does an answer rate means. Answer rate is the ratio of answer actions to show actions for that question. So first, let's see how the data set looks like, right? So that you understand the data set and then read the question and then perform the answer on it. So we are having a table which is having a survey log. In this, we have ID, action, question ID, answer, question number, and timestamp. And have inserted some rows in it to solve this particular problem. Now, if we see, we have action for a particular question ID. So if I just go ahead and see, there are two question ID, 285 and 369. For 285, there are some actions like the question is being showed, the question is being answered, and the question is being skipped, right? And then again, for 369, some questions are being showed and something is skipped, and that's all, right? If the action is there, which is answer, there is an answer ID associated with it, right? So now our question says for the survey table, basically, we have to find the question ID with the highest answer rate. So I can see for this question ID, I have answer. For 369, I don't have any answer rate, right? So for question ID 285, I have the answer, and that is having the highest answer rate. And how you can calculate the answer rate? Answer rate is calculated with the help of the actions of answer to the show actions for that question. It means answer divided by show for that particular question ID gives you the answer ratio. Okay, so now just pause this video, try to attempt this question by your own, come back after 5 minutes, 10 minutes if you are taking 10 minutes to solve this question, or 20 minutes, and then see the answer. That is okay if in case you are not able to solve the question by your own. Try to watch the video, try to get some context how exactly I am solving it, and try to practice it by your own then. So in this question, as we have to go ahead and group it by question ID, that we understand, because we need to have it for each question ID, what is our actions. So if in case we have an action called answer, then we have to count those numbers. And if in case we have an action called show, then we have to count those numbers and then do a divide of how many counts are there for answers divided by how many counts are there in the show. That will give me an answer rate. So as I have divided the problem into 3 steps, you understood? The first step is to group it by question ID. Second step is to count how many answers are there for that question ID. And third is to count how many shows are there in the answer ID. Now you have to combine all of them in order to get the solution. This is how you have to approach the question. Now let's go ahead and write. I'll do a select from, what is my table name? It is survey log. Okay, so what I need to select, we'll see, and I need to group it by my question ID. So I'll do a group by question ID. What I need to select is, actually I want to do a count, right? Count on what? I want to count if in case the action is show or answer, right? So first of all, I'll count if the action is answer. Now the count, I'll use a case when statement, right? Then only I'll see if in case it's answer, then I need to count. If in case it's a show, then I need to count. So I'll use case when answer is when action equal to answer, then 1, and divided by count case when action is equal to show, then 1. Okay, so now let's do it in this way, as answer ratio. Okay, now I think there is a mistake here, because I want to do a count, but I need to also do an action. So here there was a red line, right, for the syntax, because I did not add the end, because every case statement should end with an end, right? So here I have done a count case when answer equal to 1, when it's answer, then 1, when action is show, then 1. So I'm dividing it to get the ratio of it. So I'll just run this particular command. Now you see I have my answer ratio 0.33 question ID, and I have answer ratio 0 which has question ID. Now I want the highest, because that's what my question says. Count, get the highest answer rate for the question ID. So for that, to get the highest answer rate, how will you do it? You have to order by your answer ratio in descending, right? And I'll get the first record. So that will help me getting the first record, which is the highest record for the answer ratio. If I show you this particular result, I have this answer ratio for this particular question ID. Okay, now you understand how you can solve this problem. There were 3 pieces of it and we did it. This was the approach 1. I'll write it here. This is approach 1. What is my approach 2? There is another approach that we can go ahead and solve, right? So for that approach 2, let me write here approach 2. In the approach 2, what I can do is, instead of using a group by question ID, I can partition the data based on the question ID for each action. Like for answer, I want to partition it. For show, I want to partition it, and then do a divide. So what I mean is, let me go ahead and run or code this first to explain you. Survey log. Okay, now I will be doing a count. So what I'm doing is, I'm doing a sum, and I'm using the same case statement, but I'm partitioning for this particular action on the question ID, and then I'm doing a divide by sum when the action is show, when the question ID, partition it by question ID, right? So if I do this, then I'm ordering it by descending order for answer ratio, and I'm doing a limit 1. So this will give me the result data set. So if you will see, I have one answer, which is 0.33. I have my ID and all these things, right? Now I don't want everything to show up. So what I will do is, I'll just want the answer ratio and I want my question ID, right? So I just need these 2 values from my data set. So I will select those 2 columns only. So this is my answer ratio and this is my question ID. And how exactly I achieve this solution? By partitioning by this question ID for each action, which is show or answer, and then I'm ordering it by answer ratio, which is in descending, and calculating the highest out of it, right? So in this question, why is this important? Let's understand that as well. First is you know how to do a group by. Second is how you can do a count function. And third is how you can get the highest record out of it. So you use an order by and you use a limit. And the second approach, you know how to do a partition by using the over condition, and then how to do an case when statement. Third is the order by, and fourth is getting the highest order out of it, highest record out of it using the limit one. Okay, so this is the question that we have solved in SQL. There's another video which I've explained the same question in PySpark in the approach that we are trying to solve here. So do watch that video if you are also preparing for a data engineering interview, and PySpark is a must to know. Though there are AIs which will help you solving the question, but in the interview you really need to solve the question, because you need to build the logic, because in the projects you should be able to catch the bugs and also solve the question by your own. Okay, so I hope you have understood this video. Do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. Till the next video, stay curious, stay tuned, and keep learning.